The Rifleman. Starring Chuck Connors.
It'll only be for 2 days, Lucas, boy. You know, it isn't as though Santa Fe was on the other side of the world.
I know where Santa Fe is, Micah. But even if you were gone for 1 day, I couldn't do it. Mark and I spent the whole week bunching that herd. They just scatter all over again. Look, don't put me on the spot.
All right, forget it. It's just that, well, next to yourself, Joey Adams is the oldest friend I got. And it isn't every day an old friend has a daughter getting married. Why, I remember Emmy Lou when she
Micah, I'll stand deputy for you anytime. Except branding season.
I know. That's why I asked you last. Well, you can't blame a fella for trying.
Howdy, Micah. Lucas. I got your horse ready for the trip.
Thanks, Nils.
Say, I couldn't help hearing about you needing somebody to take your place while you're out of town.
I may not be going out of town.
Because you can't get nobody to stand in for you?
That's right.
Well, what about me? Well, things are slow at the shop, and I got time.
Well, I gotta be going.
Nils?
So long, Lucas.
Well, nothing personal, Nils, but I just never thought about you holding down the marshal's job.
I can do it as good as any man in town. Better than most.
I'd hate to be making a mistake.
I've been in this town near as long as Lucas McCain. And ain't I always held up my end when there was trouble?
That's right, you have.
Like the time you deputized me and we caught the Sheridan gang.
Yes, but there were 10 other deputies riding with us.
Well, just the same, I've always done my part. Of course, if you don't want to go to the wedding, why?
You think you can handle it?
Of course I can handle it. Well, we got a peaceful town. All I got to do is keep it that way till you get back.
All right. I'll take the chance. I mean, I appreciate your offer, and I want to thank you for it. Here.
Oh, ain't you gonna swear me in?
You've been sworn in before.
Well, that was different.
You solemnly swear to uphold the laws of this community and protect its citizens to the best of your ability?
I sure do.
Now, don't go letting anybody push you around.
Oh, don't you worry. You go on and enjoy the wedding. I'll see everybody stays in line.
Just keep the peace. That's the main thing.
So long, Micah. Quit firing that gun.
Well, I got a right to. My wife just handed me a spanking new baby boy.
And I warned you. Now hand over that gun. Come on.
Where do you get off giving me orders?
I'm taking Micah's place while he's gone up to Santa Fe. Until he gets back, I'm keeping the peace. If I have to take every gun in town to do it. Matter of fact, it might not be a bad idea.
You ain't serious.
Maybe. Gotta give it some more thinking. Well, go on. Go on, all of you, about your business. You can have this back when you're ready to leave town.
Doggone it, you ain't the one.
Now that's the last of the food.
You call this stuff we've been eating food?
Oh, we'll stock up in Norfolk. It's enough to carry us safe out of this territory.
Norfolk, huh? Understand they got a lot of cattle money there. Banks ought to be fatter than most.
You can forget that.
But the banks are as fat as Stagg says.
You got the right idea, but the wrong place. More men in prison with me from Norfolk than any town for 500 miles around. Talk is, it's like walking into a nest full of lawmen. Everyone armed and ready to stand up with the marshal. So tomorrow we'll ride peaceful into Norfolk, and we'll ride out the same way.
Ed, it just doesn't make sense.
Yesterday, I thought he was just showing off. But today...
Well, it's hard to believe.
Well, you don't believe me. You ask him yourself.
I will. Nils?
Oh, howdy, Lucas boy. Mark. Nice quiet town we got here. Like I've been telling folks, it don't take much to keep it that way.
Effective immediately. No side guns, rifles, weapons, or firearms of any kind allowed on the streets of Norfolk. Turn them in when you get here, pick them up when you leave. No exceptions. Nils Swenson, Deputy Marshal.
No exceptions.
Nobody takes this rifle away from me, Nils. You know that.
Well, I don't mean to take the rifle from you, Lucas, but if you're going to be in town, I'd like to have you turn it in. Sort of set the example for the other folks.
What's come over you?
Well, as long as I'm wearing this badge, I gotta use it to do what I think is right. People going around carrying guns causes trouble. Take away the guns, no trouble.
Have you had any trouble since Micah left?
No, except Ed Bundy shooting holes in the sky.
Because his wife had a baby?
Well, he could have hit somebody.
I think that badge you're wearing, Nils, has got you shooting holes in the sky. I think you've gone plumb...
No, you was getting excited, Lucas. Mike will be back tomorrow. Next day. 2 to 1, he'll go right along with it. Probably wonder why he didn't think of it himself.
He did think of it long before you did. He decided it wouldn't work here. Not yet. Nils, this territory has a lot of growing up to do. And until that's done, we can't take away a man's right to protect himself.
Don't give me a problem, Lucas. If you're going to be around, I'll have to take your rifle.
Then I'm not going to be around. Mark, you pick up the stuff at the hardware. And don't be late. It's going to be dark soon, and I want you home before nightfall.
Don't worry, Pa.
I won't give you any problem, Nils. I just hope you don't make your own.
If I do, which I won't, I'll be ready. Excuse me. Come on there, men. New law in town. If you're gonna stay here, you'll have to turn in them shooting irons.
I don't give my guns to nobody, Marshal.
Hold it. Marshal, you mean no one can carry a gun in this town anymore?
That's right, new law. Don't give me any trouble, boys.
Now, Marshal, like I said, nobody gets my gun.
Give the man your gun, Stagg.
What?
Give the marshal your gun. Don't you understand? This is a peace-loving town.
Listen, Clyde, I ain't gonna give him...
There you are, Marshal.
There you go.
Thank you. These guns will be in my office when you men are ready to leave town.
Well, I'm glad to see that you're bringing some pioneering ideas to this town, Marshal. See you later.
Now then, that gonna be all, Mark?
Yes, sir?
All right. Oh, say, before I forget, could you drop this off at Micah's office for me?
Sure.
It'd come in on the coach, but Nils is so busy collecting guns, he hasn't bothered to pick up the marshal's mail. Why'd you make me do it? You know how I feel without my guns. Now, why'd you make me give them to the marshal?
Look at that. Not a gun in the place. Sure is nice when people decide to live peaceful like that. Sure is.
What are you driving at, Blatt?
Something's on his mind.
I was just thinking. This isn't the North Fork I heard about. This isn't a town of lawmen. This is a town of sitting ducks.
So what are we gonna do?
Finish our drink.
And then what?
Then we're gonna go see the marshal. Ask for our guns back, because we're leaving town.
What do you mean we're leaving? What do you mean we're leaving town?
For the night. In the morning, we'll be back. Just about the time the bank opens. Well, gentlemen, let's drink to the marshal. We owe him a lot of thanks for making this town a safe place to travel through.
That'll be $3 even, Mark. All right, thank you. Don't forget Micah's mail now, will you?
I won't. Here's Micah's mail, Nils.
Oh, thanks. Come here, son. Something I want you to see. There, Mark. You see, your pa's wrong. Well, people don't have no objection to giving up their guns. As long as they know they got somebody they can trust to look out for them.
Oh, you mean Micah's back?
No, son, I mean me.
Oh. Well, I just came to bring you these.
Those must be the new posters from the Arizona Territory. What's the matter, son? Don't you think I'm doing the right thing either?
I don't know, Nils. I've been thinking about it, and it kind of makes sense that if nobody wore guns, there wouldn't be any trouble, but still...
That's right. And that's what I'm doing. Removing the cause of trouble. Guns. All men are brothers, son. That's what the good book says, doesn't it?
It may be, but people don't always act like they're brothers, Nils.
But I'm here to protect you, boy. That's what that badge says I'm here to do. Oh, can I help you, gentlemen?
We're leaving town, Marshal. Just came by for our guns, that's all.
Oh, sure. Right over here. Excuse me, Mark.
Those are mine, right over here.
Wait your turn, Stag. Those are mine, if you please, Marshal.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Looks like you got just about every gun in town in that rack.
Not just about, mister. That is every gun.
Hell, that's mine, that black one right there.
How about you, boy? You got your guns checked, too?
No, sir.
How come? Don't tell me you're too young to carry a gun. Why, I was only half your age when I was carrying a gun. Yes, sir. My pa always felt when I was old enough.
Hold it. What's going on?
Don't you move, Marshal. Don't you move one bit.
Now, what are we doing? Platt, this ain't what you said.
Yeah, what's going on, Platt?
Little change in plans, boys. Seems like the news traveled fast than I figured. So we'll have to stay in town tonight after all. You wouldn't mind putting us up, would you, Marshal? In the morning, we got a little bit of business, and then we'll be on our way. Ain't nothing for you to be scared of, boy. We're your brothers. Just like the Marshal said.
Boy, you're doing just fine, just fine. Now, if you take it on yourself to yell out or scream or something, just remember, not only you're going to get hurt, but that Marshal friend of yours in yonder is likely to get hurt real bad.
Who is it?
It's Benson. I come to get my gun, Nils.
Come on in. Got him right over here.
I hope this idea of yours amounts to something else. there sure is a lot of trouble finding you to get my gun every time I leave town.
I'm here all the time.
And it's still a lot of trouble.
I'd sure trade my troubles for yours right now.
What kind of troubles you got, Nils?
Nils is about to lose his third game of checkers. That's his trouble.
Well, Nils never was very good at checkers, mister. You ought to beat him hands down.
I aim to.
Well, I'll see you, Nils.
Yeah, good night, Lucas.
What are you calling me Lucas for, Nils? You know my name's Sam.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just made a mistake. Good night, Sam.
Did it go all right?
I think the marshal's trying to play a game with us.
Acting smart, huh, Marshal?
Who is it?
It's me again, Nils. Nils, what's wrong with you tonight? First you don't know my name, and then you give me back the wrong gun. This ain't my gun. Least you can do if you're so set on taking people's guns is give back the same ones you took. This here's mine. Good night.
I'm sorry. Made a mistake.
Mark? Is that you, son?
Oh, it's me, Sam Benson, Lucas.
Oh, Sam.
On my way by, I thought I'd stop for a minute.
You see Mark anywhere around in town or on the road?
No, I haven't seen him at all. But what I stopped by for, Lucas, I was wondering about Nils. That fancy notion of his collecting guns and all.
I know what you're thinking, Sam, but Mike will be back in another day, and I don't think Nils can do much harm before then.
Yeah, maybe so, but he just plumb doesn't know what he's doing. When I went to get my gun, he gave me somebody else's instead. Worse than that, he called me by your name. After knowing me all these years, he calls me by your name. I tell you, he's...
Was anybody else with Nils?
Yeah, there was a man playing checkers with him. Don't know who the man was, though. Well, I guess you're right. We can put up with Nils for one more day, I guess. Good night, Lucas.
All right, Sam.
Town's mostly quieted down. Still a few people in the saloon.
Yeah, it looked like the marshal done quieted down for the night, too. Ain't that right, Marshal?
Better be. For the next time you try to show how smart you are, next time I'm gonna kill you, Marshal.
I'm sorry, Mark, that I got you into this.
It wasn't your fault, Nils.
Wasn't it? They wouldn't have tried it if the town had been armed. Taking folks' guns away was asking for trouble. People like this bunch hanging around taking advantage of peaceful ideas. I don't know what got into me acting the way I did.
Well, you just wanted to do the job better than anyone else, that's all.
Maybe. Or maybe I let this badge go to my head. Thinking that wearing it make me a bigger man than I am.
Get the marshal up.
Come on out here fast, Marshal. Now you stay put, boy. Stay put.
Hills, you in there? Answer him, just like we taught you. Remember, no tricks this time.
Hills, it's McCain.
What do you want, McCain? You just woke me up.
I came to check my gun while I'm over at Sweeney's. I don't want to break that law of yours. Now let me in.
It's late, McCain. Keep the gun. Just don't go getting drunk, so I have to throw you in jail like the last time.
I won't, Marshal. I won't.
You did real good that time, Marshal. All right, Duff, take him back.
Mark, you get down on the floor and play sick. You stay down here. It's all over now.
What's wrong with the boy?
I think he's taken sick. Better have a look.
What's wrong with him? What's ailing you, boy?
Nothing. It's just that there's a rifle pointed right at your head, mister.
You trying to kid me?
The man behind that gun could take the head off a pop weed at 50 yards. Now open that door. Quiet. Leave it alone.
Hold it, mister. All right, drop your guns.
Both.
Move back in the office. Nice and slow. Over by your friend. You did fine, Mills.
Yeah.
Didn't he, son?
You sure did.
Well, I sure want to thank you and Mark for staying over and taking care of things while I was over at Doc's.
I'll be glad to help out anytime you get shot up, Nils.
You think Mike will ever talk to me again?
When he sees the customers you've got in his jail, I think he'll be coming to you for advice.
Well, I know what advice not to give him.
You know, Paul, I can't help thinking that what Nils tried to do was really right. Someday this town, this whole territory is going to be so different that all people are going to just have to change their ways.
Yeah, maybe so, son. But it'll take a lot of changing to make them give up their guns.
Yeah, but I think it'll happen. Well, you know, I think that someday this street right here is going to have buildings that stick up right to the sky. And we'll have machines that take the place of horses. Like the train took the place of the covered wagon.
Machines to take the place of horses?
Well? No, I guess not.